Hello, friends. How
Hello.
are ya? It's Monday.
It's Monday.
It's Monday. Happy Monday. I am Yolanda. I am co-founder of Harper Therapy, and I am here with Dr. G.R. Blanco. And we're here for some more tips.
Yes.
You flew
Hi.
solo last week. You did
I
such
did.
a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. You guys were having a retreat, a self-care retreat.
A little bit of a getaway. Yeah, it was
had
much,
to. Yes.
much needed. But so you have some tips and kind of taking a break and stepping back from the daily grind is part of that. But
Yeah.
how to be successful during quarantine? Because
Yes, we're
this
still
is a
under
thing.
pressure.
Yeah,
Still having that song in my mind.
Yeah.
Under pressure. And
it's a theme song.
theme song
It is.
for the whole pandemic. And today I wanted to focus on setting ourselves up for success, even under quarantine, even under pandemic. I do have to start with a disclaimer. The fact that we are at home, quarantined, or in a pandemic does not mean that you have to come up with the next billion-dollar business or the next bestseller. Some people are very productive. Some people need to quiet down and take it easy.
Well, and let's be honest, there's a level of exhaustion. I think
Yes.
we are all kind of hitting that wall.
Yes.
So
Today's focus is on that. We just entered the third quarter of the
we
year.
did. It's flying by.
Yes. So it's a new opportunity. I look at it as like a New Year's Eve kind of a date. It's like third quarter, let's start new. Even though we've been feeling suspended on pause in slow motion, understanding that, hey, this is an opportunity to open this door again and set ourselves up for success.
Especially as we're considering the beginning of a new school year,
Yes.
and just a lot of those things that are up and coming. So
Yeah. We've already been through the stages of loss. We've been in denial, anger, depression. Finally, hopefully, we're in acceptance in
at
some
least
points.
some moments.
So let's
Some
use
glimpses.
those little blips of moments. Let's use those moments of acceptance. Like, okay, this is our new normal.
And by acceptance, can we just say none of us are like, oh, we love 2020. It's the best.
Yeah,
No.
like that's my best. No, acceptance is, hey, this is our
what it
reality.
is, yeah.
This is what we have to work with. How can I make the best of it? And those are my tips for today.
Great. Let's hear 'em.
How to be successful during this time. The first one is, this is a good opportunity to set goals. Write down those goals. 42%, we're more apt to complete those goals in 42% of the times when we write them down. And it gives us intentionality in what we're focusing on. It also shifts our thoughts, our actions, our energy levels, because we feel motivated. We have something on a piece of paper. So writing down goals, one of the most important parts.
Yeah.
You actually have something.
Yeah,
Yes.
I do. So I have been using Power Sheets from Cultivate Your Year, and at the beginning of the year, I kind of came up with some goals for the year, and then each month, I just kind of revisit those goals and some action steps towards those goals. And they're personal goals, they're professional goals, they're relationship goals, they're self-care goals. It's a little combination
Of everything.
of all of the components of life.
Yeah.
So this intentionality kind of allows me at the beginning of each month to revisit, like, okay, where am I with this goal? Some of them kind of go to the wayside. I can refocus on the ones that are more urgent for the period of time. But it's been a great asset.
And
for it.
having it written down is almost a daily reminder, hey, this is where my intention is going. Everything that I'm doing today has a purpose towards one of those goals. So that's a great thing. Write it down. It doesn't have to be on a power sheet, but it can be in your notebook. It can be something that you have on the wall. The second tip is, be as specific as you can be with those goals. Break them down. And I always use this example with my clients. You have to do the laundry. We all have to do the laundry. Say, do laundry as a to-do list seems kind of huge if you have little kids and everything. But if you say, separate the whites from the darks, put in the whites in the washer, move them to the dryer, hang up what needs to be hung up, take them out from the dryer, fold. Like, if you break it down to attainable steps, you feel like you're creating this snowball effect of, oh, I did this one, I can go for the next step. I can go for the next step. When we do that, we maintain that sense of accomplishment, and that drives us.
Without feeling overwhelmed. I think that's where we get stuck, is that we don't break down into actionable steps.
Exactly.
And so as I'm planning my week, it's no more than 5 to 7 tasks for the week broken down.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then that gives you that drive and that focus, and you will notice once you do this, you will notice that drive and focus when you break it down. You feel accomplished. Like, I was able to check that little box off. The third tip is give yourself a timeline in which you're going to complete your part of the task. And I say your part of the task because let's say you're applying for grad school. You do not have control over when the committee is going to meet. But your part of the task is filling out the application, sending in the essays, sending in the results of your GREs, sending in everything. Give yourself a timeline on that. It doesn't have to be set on stone, but give yourself a window of time, like by this month, I want to be done with it.
Right.
That gives you also an end in sight. This is not something that you have to drag forever.
And you can pace yourself when you do that,
yes.
right?
Yes. And it helps with self-accountability. When the month that you decided is coming around, you can check, how have I been doing and what do I have left? And that brings us into the next tip. If self-accountability isn't a big thing for you, if you kind of let yourself flow a little easier, find an accountability buddy. Those accountability buddies are people that you can trust, that have the honor of listening to your story, who are vaults as well, and that will actually be there to help you either cheer on when you have an accomplishment, or call you to court and say, hey, it's been 2 weeks and you said you were going to do this last week. Where are we and how can I help you in that process?
How's it going and what support do you need?
Sometimes, I know I do this, sometimes I can let myself, it's just me. But if I have an accountability buddy, it's like, I don't want to let this person down. I want to live up to what I said.
And that's especially good if you're trying to like create a new habit around exercise or whatever, having that accountability until that's great. Yeah.
Like what you guys said, like sweating together, getting that connection. You connect with the person. You say, we achieved these goals. We were able to do this together. Yeah. In your case, the hike, you had that amount of miles that you wanted. Oh my gosh. And then,
she's talking about the connected relationship, by the way.
Yes, check out that video. It's actually really cool. Then the fifth and last one for today is create a visual representation of your goals. It's a success story, it's a vision board, it can be the quarterly projections board that you have in your house, the word or phrase of the month, because all of them work. And here's where we go extra, because we do this every once in a while. We have shared this before, but having your goals,
it's beautiful.
Having your goals set, this is my daily bujo, this is where I put everything down. Having your goals on how you're going to live your best life. What is it that you want to achieve? What is it that you want to recreate? Connections, family, money-wise, how to work with that. So having the opportunity of putting a visual representation. And this is extra just because I love to craft. It can be just a list of goals that you look at every day. It can be a Post-it.
What is interesting about that is that when we put a creative element to it, right, then we have that emotional connection. So I have my core value words and, kind of my vision for the year here. But then it draws in that emotional connection. And this is like a great reminder of what are we about? What's on the agenda for today? And it kind of gives us that extra energy towards remembering what those goals are without having to sit down with the to-do list when that feels overwhelming.
Exactly. Yeah. So these are the 5 tips for today. I hope they inspire you to move forward. I hope they give you that sensation of, okay, I can do this. I don't have to live in this pause or suspended state for however long
I
we
think
have
we're
to
all
be
feeling
like this.
that right
Yes.
now, right? Yeah. And this is where, the way that we do things here at Harper Therapy is unique because, we don't, if you're looking for some support for a lack of motivation, we can help you craft something that fits you and what's happening for you in your life, and that is outside of the box.
Yeah.
Right.
We're very goal oriented when it comes to that intake and that what is it that you want to achieve, and we write it down.
Right.
And we review it
Right.
every time that you come in through our doors.
Yeah, this is kind of a microcosm for what we do in the therapy room as well. So if you're feeling a little down in the drudges through quarantine and under pressure and all of those things, and you could use some support, give us a call because we can schedule a free 15-minute consultation to kind of connect with you to hear what's going on and the support that you need and how we might be able to help you with that. So,
and a client asked me to clarify, I do speak Spanish.
yes.
So
If you did not know that,
yes,
Dr. Giara Blanco is bilingual.
Yeah, so a client said, why don't you mention that? Because
Yes.
some people may feel more comfortable. So
Yeah.
there it is. If
There it
it's your
is.
goal to find a bilingual provider,
Yes,
I'm
because we do
here.
hear that quite a bit.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. So thank you for your tips.
You're welcome.
Happy Monday, and we will see you guys soon. Have a good week.
Bye.